Episode 19, Ashes and Echoes. Saad stood at the edge of the crumbling compound, blood and dust streaking her shirt, her eyes scanning the horizon. As the sea of people poured through the gates, Chuka leaned against her, limping, but smiling through swollen lips. The protesters surged forward not with rage, but with resolve. Their chant filled the courtyard like thunder. Truth, justice, Adebayo lives. Mama Bisi reached them first, breathless but determined. She wrapped her arms around both siblings, tears streaking her cheeks. Your father would be proud, she whispered. The compound guards had dropped their weapons, vanishing into the shadows. The woman with the iron eyes, the enforcer, was nowhere to be found. The older man from the radio station, however, was dragged into the open by villagers. Someone held up a phone, filming. This man silenced the voice of truth. A young man shouted, "Let the world see his face." The man squirmed. "You don't understand, this was bigger than me." Saad stepped forward, trembling but composed. "And yet you played your part. You let fear drive you." The man hung his head. Kofo appeared, bruised but upright, her arm in a sling. "You didn't stop us," she said to him. "You only delayed us. And now the people are awake." An elder from the crowd stepped between them. "We don't need vengeance. We need trials. Justice. The kind aid Adebayo believed in." The crowd murmured in agreement, and just like that, the mob transformed, not into a force of destruction, but of rebuilding. By nightfall, journalists had arrived, some foreign, some local. They filmed the remnants of the compound, the footage from the drone, and the rescued files Kofo had smuggled from the radio station. 1 week later, the truth was broadcast nationwide. Aid Adebayo's testimony, backed by Saad and Chuka's first-hand accounts, ignited something far greater than outrage. It sparked reform. Investigations were opened. Former allies of the regime were arrested. New voices rose, demanding a free press, fair trials, and accountability. Saad found herself at the center of it all, not as a martyr, but a messenger. But she refused the limelight. Instead, she stood one evening in front of a modest grave on a hill overlooking the sea. The name Aid Adebayo was etched into a stone, simple but bold. Chuka stood beside her, holding 2 candles. They placed them at the base of the grave, watching the flames flicker against the wind. "You started something, Papa," Saad whispered, "and we'll finish it." From behind them, Mama Bisi's voice rose, "Come, children. The people are waiting." They turned toward the village square, where a new station had opened, no longer run by fear or silence but by the truth in all its power. Like ants